You're listening to The Sizzle on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
You know what it is. You know who it is. It's your boy, G&J Sizzle, in the building. Thanks, Jessica, for telling everybody you are listening to The Sizzle here on Iron Skillet Radio, Iron Skillet Television. We are the talk of the 219. We're the hottest talk in the world. I was just saying the world.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, why not?
Why not? We're just here. But hey, let me talk about one thing to you, man. We talk about the Bears all the time.
We do.
We talked about them yesterday on our remote. And look, bro, I'm getting real tired of this Bears carousel, but some interesting things are getting ready to happen.
Yeah.
Really interesting. Seriously. You've got some positions, you've got some things that are coming into place right now. And there's some positions people are already angling and getting themselves ready. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about Alabama's Mac Jones. Could he possibly be the new starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears? Jay, I'll let you start.
Bears Digest in their mock draft have him fall into the Bears in the number 20th slot.
Mm-hmm.
They said it's very possible that Mac Jones could be the answer to all of the Bears' QB woes. And I am a person who believes Mac Jones is going to be a good, serviceable NFL quarterback. Now, here's the question. All of them look great, but are the Bears going to do what's necessary to move and try to get Mac Jones? And I'm sure you got a few things to say about that, G Sizzle, so back to you.
All right, so let's look at it from this perspective. Mac Jones coming in, you already know that the draft is setting up right now where everyone in the top 4 picks will probably be, and most likely could be, quarterbacks. So let's look at it from this perspective, Jay. The 49ers and the Broncos just skipped going to Mac Jones's workout in favor of going to see Justin Fields.
Right.
You've got Mac Jones, who's a system quarterback, who had great receivers, great defensive and offensive lines.
Absolutely.
That helped propel that team further down the road. So my question is, at this point, is Mac Jones really just a younger version of Andy Dalton? Is this the same thing that we're looking at? Because, Ryan Pace has an affinity for picking these same type of dudes. Limited athletic ability, can throw at times, and is questionable in some of his reads. Now, Mac Jones is supposed to be one of the better readers. He can read offenses. His pre-snap and post-snap reads are supposed to be great. But again, you're saying that because he was a quarterback, probably playing behind the best offensive line in college. He was playing behind a line that is as close to a pro line as you're going to get.
Absolutely. I mean, he is 1AA. Everybody else was playing with a 1B, 1C line, without a doubt. Mm-hmm. And he has some of the greatest wide receivers that are going to translate from Saturday afternoon to Sunday night. He's got a couple of guys that he played with that these guys are going to be stars in the NFL. So the whole question has to be, is Mac Jones comparable, apples to apples and not apples to oranges, on an NFL football field? And the question has to be that Mac Jones needs to go to a team with a good offensive line. That's what he needs to happen. Now, here's the problem. When you go at these high draft picks, as many of these top quarterbacks from the last couple of years have found out, that you don't really have the greatest offensive lines in the world. Now, here's the funny thing about Mac Jones. Mac Jones ran a 4.79 and a 4.82 or something like that, which are not super impressive times, but they're pretty fast. But
it's impressive for him because I thought he was going to be like in the mid fives.
But Patrick Mahomes only ran a 4.8.
Mm.
So he's as quick as Patrick Mahomes. He's
so you're saying Mac Jones is better than Patrick Mahomes?
I'm saying Mac Jones has the same amount of straight line speed as Patrick Mahomes. Now the question Is he as shifty as Mahomes? Can he throw the ball from these awkward positions like Mahomes? And I'm going to say no. He is absolutely a system quarterback. But aren't they all system quarterbacks? I mean,
you find the system that works and then you put a quarterback in it and it's great.
Right.
But Mac Jones is going to need all of that speed if he plays for the Bears, because he's going to have to escape many a day. So many Sunday, you're going to see Mac Jones on the move. And I think, the biggest question is, Jay, we asked that question before and we volleyed it back and forth.
We did.
Was Mitchell Trubisky your best option at quarterback?
Yes.
The person you invested in, the person you traded up for, the one who helped take you to playoff games, because your head coach didn't want it. And he couldn't figure out, as an offensive guru, how to put Mitchell Trubisky in a position where he could be successful.
Yeah.
Now you've got Andy Dalton, who is the younger version of Nick Foles, who is the old version, like if you went in the time portal, of Mac Jones. So I guess in a way it all kind of rolls back. Like if you want to see what Mac Jones is going to look like as a player in his 30s, look at Nick Foles.
Something just dawned on me. Maybe we're not giving the Bears some credit.
Okay.
Possibly. Maybe they heard about this Deshaun Watson situation going on before that. He wasn't maybe the best guy out there.
I like your thinking.
Maybe.
I like your thinking.
Maybe there was something coming down the line there. And maybe they heard something, because this isn't something that just starts. This isn't something, this is like, one day, I might have this thing going on. And that just crossed my mind. So we're going to have to wait and see on that. The issue is, though, with the Bears is that when you are tied into a system, when you bring in Matt Nagy and you say, this is your guru of all quarterbackdom, and then he starts bringing in all his other soothsayers in there, because now I think they have a czar of quarterback dropbacks. I think they have...
They have about 40 coaches now on the staff, and they might all be fired by the end of this.
Right, and they got somebody out there doing a rain dance around football, so they'll fly further and go into the wide receiver's hands. They got all types of stuff going on over there. The issue is with the Bears is that they've concentrated on the wrong thing for a long time. And we know, if we go back and look at all the great teams of the 70s, 80s, and the 90s, the one thing that they had among them all were outstanding offensive lines. And
you can't leave out the 2000s. You can't leave out the Lovey era, because that was what got them to the Super Bowl.
Oh, without doubt. You had a strong run game. You had guys who could play up front. You had guys playing for the Pro Bowl for you. So the issue is now, and we've seen it through all levels of football, if you have a good offensive line, but if you can figure out and get a great player into a good offensive line, you could have a great offensive line. And that extra half a second, because that's all these quarterbacks need. And here's the thing about all these guys. Now, we talk about Mitchell Trubisky, how bad he is, and this, that, and other, and so forth and so on. Let me explain this to everybody about this, all right? These quarterbacks in the NFL are the top 64 quarterbacks in the world. Now, there might be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 guys that should be in the league, but for whatever reasons, they weren't in the league, and who knows what. Some people got blackballed, like a Colin Kaepernick, who should have at least been backing up. But he did lose his starting position, but he should have been a guy that stayed in the league, at least as a backup. He's still capable of doing that. But these guys can all throw the football. Rest assured, if you've ever seen these NFL caliber quarterbacks actually throw the full football from your eyesight, from actually watching them, they are absolutely amazing. They can hit front shoulder, back shoulder. They can hit you in the right knee, the left knee. They can put the ball wherever they want to put. And I'm including this in Mitchell Trubisky. The problem is that everybody can look good punching the bag, right? Everybody can look good punching the bag. But when you get in a fight, the bag starts punching back. and the 0-1-2 becomes a 0-1-0, I'm through, and all of a sudden that guy ain't where you thought he was going to be. That's sport. But the issue is these guys are great quarterbacks, great athletes. Now, you're a great athlete. That only translates among great athletes to you being good if you're average great. You have to be great. And that's where you see the Aaron Rodgers, the Tom Brady's, and when we thought Patrick Mahomes. We'll wait and see on that one, because now does he, and I'm just a little sidebar on this, does Patrick Mahomes need to take him back to the Super Bowl, or if he has a little slide this year, does that damper the baby go?
No, it doesn't damper it. He does need to take them back to solidify it, but in my book, he's greater than Dan Marino, so that's all.
The blasphemy, the absolute blasphemy. I'm
sorry. What?
My mic is clipping. Look, I don't even talk that loud.
Super Bowl has
blasphemy.
Dan Marino won.
Dan Marino's the greatest quarterback who's never won a Super Bowl.
Lies in garbage. There are 5 other quarterbacks who've thrown for more passes,
Dan Marino,
more yards,
Dan Marino,
and Dan Marino would. Dan Marino's not better than John Elway, Peyton Manning, and your man boo-boo crush, Tom Brady. So let's just throw those out. He sure as hell isn't better than Drew Brees.
Dan Marino, if he had any of these weapons, and they had the whole package around him, all these guys
would not have.
All these guys you just talked about had the package around him. Now, the only one who really didn't have the package around him for the last 3 or 4 years, now counting last year, was Tom Brady. Because New England just had played so well for so long that they were just trying to pick people off the pile to come play for them.
But wait. That argument doesn't even hold water, because with Dan Marino being so great and he not having any teammates around him, but he still beat the best defense in the 80s. As some will say, maybe the greatest defense in all time of the NFL all time. He still beat the 85 Bears. With all of the lack of talent. And guess what? He wasn't even the leader of the best Dolphins team there. He didn't go undefeated ever.
Let me explain something to you. Dan Marino.
No, there is no explanation. There is nothing you can say.
Dan Marino is the best quarterback out there without a championship.
No. Dan Marino's not greater than Warren Moon.
Greatest quarterback out there without a championship. Dan Marino's fantastic.
Stop it.
Fantastic.
So, okay, that's his whole calling card is he's a great quarterback because he doesn't have a championship.
Hold on a second. He was the 1984 Associated Press NFL Offensive Player of the Year. Now, we're talking about the Offensive Player of the Year.
How many?
Offensive Player
in 1984.
Of the Year. He played it. That's what he was playing.
Oh, stop it.
That's what he. So when did Warren Moon? The same time. They were at the same apex. And Warren Moon was banned from playing in the NFL for 5 years. And he was great up in Canada. I didn't say Warren Moon wasn't great.
He was greater. I didn't say Warren Moon was great. Put their numbers together.
Dan Marino. Dan Marino's the greatest quarterback who has not won a championship.
Please stop.
Ask the pundits.
Please stop.
Ask the pundits.
Ask what pundits? The pundits who.
There
are many of them.
Matter of fact, what we'll do, since you tossed this question out, what we'll do,
bring it up in Hook and Reel?
We can bring it up in Hook and Reel, but not next segment because we got something already prepared. But next segment after that, we'll go a complete Dan Marino against the others, and we can talk about it. Because Dan Marino,
you the others. I can do that. We don't even have to go to a show.
Sure.
Dan Marino, right now, even on his quarterback list, Dan Marino is getting ready to be eclipsed by 5 quarterbacks just in this generation.
That's this
generation. Add to that,
you can't compare this generation of quarterback to that generation of quarterback. Can't do it.
Okay, he's not better than John Elway, and he wasn't better.
Compare.
He wasn't better than Steve Young.
Oh my God. Okay, you know Steve Young. You know the 49ers were fantastic. Right? You know the 49ers were fantastic. You understand that, right?
And whose fault was it that the Dolphins were not fantastic?
And the Dan Marino,
they had the greatest cornerback of all time.
Dan Marino never had the offensive weapons around him that he needed like that. Dan Marino was fantastic. Fantastic.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm saying, wait, hold on. He's got 9 Pro Bowl selections. He was 3-time All-Pro. All right. Okay. He was the NFL most valuable player at one point in time. Most valuable player. So you're trying to tell me,
and he was the most valuable player in what year? 19 what?
It had to be
84
when he
85.
played. Doesn't matter what year it was.
84, 85.
Doesn't matter
because it wasn't too much after that.
Doesn't matter what year it was. I don't understand the question. Why?
Yes, because he sucked even in that year.
Oh my God. You know
did
what?
he win a Super Bowl? Did he get one Super Bowl? Just one.
Hater.
He didn't get it. No,
hater.
He's not.
Let's ask the question. Let's ask the question.
Eli Manning.
Oh my God. Let's ask a question.
Manning's greater.
How long was Dan Marino on top of the passing yardage debate? How long was he up there? He
for about 10 years.
61,000 yards.
How much did Warren Moon throw for?
Yards per attempt. I don't know. You asked a question. You need to answer your own question.
Okay.
You need to answer your question.
And if you add Warren Moon's Canada,
hold it. Stop it.
It would be 90,000. And wait. You're talking about 60,000. Who else is on that list with him? Brett Favre is on that list.
Okay.
You've got Peyton Manning on that list.
Okay.
You've got Tom Brady. Tom Brady is
greater
than any quarterback that's ever
all
played.
of them was Dan Marino.
Stop lies.
It's just like saying the Brown Bomber isn't a good fighter anymore because he couldn't have beat Muhammad Ali. That's what you're saying right now.
That's not what we're saying.
Yes, you are. Because
we're not even talking about the same thing.
You're at the end of an era with Dan Marino and all these other quarterbacks.
He wasn't at the end of an era.
I played at the same time.
He beat the 85 Bears, so he should have been able. Then you should know that he
when
sucked.
John Elway was at Stanford, I was playing football.
Then you should know that John Elway is a better quarterback.
When are we talking about Marino in 85, right? Right.
84, 85.
So Elway came out what, 84?
84 or was it 85? 84. I think it was 84.
So Dan Marino was always established as a great quarterback before he beat the Bears. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about 1970s or so when Dan Marino was great. 78, 79, 70. That's when Dan Marino was great.
So Dan Marino wasn't great in the 80s at all.
Okay, so Patrick Mahomes wasn't great back in the 80s either, right?
Patrick Mahomes wasn't born.
Absolutely. That's exactly.
I don't even know if his parents were born.
That's exactly my point. You can't do that.
There is no point.
That's exactly my point.
That is a Donald Trump point.
You have to
that
go
is
back.
Not even
you
a
have
point.
to go back to the era. You have to go back
and
to the era.
What?
So
he wasn't even the greatest in his era. In that 10 years, he was not the greatest.
You know, we will have this debate. Now you're throwing out flim flam. That's all you do right now.
Still not.
You got my mic clipping.
He wasn't better than two quarterbacks sitting in San Francisco. Not at all. Not even close. And he's still not better than ever will be better than Warren Moon.
So has those two 49 quarterbacks, have they won a championship? Yes. I said,
you can answer that question.
I said he was the best quarterback out there that has not won a championship.
He's not greater than Warren Moon. Warren Moon didn't win the championship.
Well, okay.
I just told you.
Well, so what? And your opinion, he wasn't better than Warren Moon.
The numbers say he wasn't better than.
He played in Canada.
So Canada's not football?
Not American football. It's Canada football. That's a difference.
Why couldn't he play in America?
That's another point. That's another point.
No. That's the whole point to moving toward this.
That's another point.
Your whole theory would be destroyed because if Warren Moon were in the NFL, if he were not Jim Crow and couldn't play quarterback, he would be a much better quarterback.
Would he have got all these yards if he was playing in the NFL?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes, he would.
Canada's different football. You know that.
Goodness.
Come on, you know that. How many great players came out of Canada? How many great players have come out of Canada and been great in the NFL?
How many great players were banished to Canada because they were black and couldn't be quarterbacks in the NFL? You won't answer the
question now. Because you're using him playing in Canada, and I'm saying I understand the circumstances of why he was there. But you're using that say he was great. No. Because he was great in Canada. You're saying no, they don't. Because Canadian football is different than NFL football.
I'll tell you what, Dan Marino couldn't have won 5 Grey Cups.
Oh, get out of here! Stop it!
Did he win any cups?
I'll take any of the top 10 quarterbacks and put them up in Canada.
And do what?
And put them up in Canada, and they have a decent offensive line around them. They'll win championships.
Okay, so the top 10 quarterbacks, and they're all still better than Dan Marino.
Any of the top 10 quarterbacks from that era could have went up to Canada and won Grey Cups. if they had a decent offensive line. How many Canadian?
Wait,
hold on.
How
many Canadian quarterbacks have come down and played in the NFL and started in the NFL? I'll wait.
Oh, as many as Dan Marino has championships.
I'll wait. So you can't answer the question. You know you can't answer
because it's not even a question.
Not one. The only one that translated back was Warren Moon. And Warren Moon should have been in the NFL. But we can't use all his CFL yardage because he played with lesser competition. That's a fact.
You cannot.
That's a fact.
You cannot. Even though that's a fact,
so
you can't hold it against him
so all the guys who do for big yardage in the USFL, that's on par with the NFL.
Let me tell you something. You know it better than I do. Anybody who's played football on any level, and you were able to put up record numbers.
That's all depends where you play.
Lies.
It all depends where you play. So
have you ever been hit? You are offensive lineman.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
As a quarterback, if you've been hit by a defender, you've been hit, right?
Is there a difference between a D1 player and a Division II player?
Depends.
Is there a difference? Come on now, stop
players
it.
Come out the league.
Stop.
Are we not seeing D2 players? Wait a minute. Who's one of the greatest NFL players in the world who was a D2 player?
Oh, you talking about
you can keep naming them. Look, we can start with John Randall.
Well, here, let's talk about this though. If you play, let's talk about this though. If you play Division II football, if you take a Division II football team, you have to be top flight Division II football team. Will they be able to compete with a Division I football team?
Michael Strahan did.
You're not answering the question.
Yes.
You're not answering the question. You have a
I just answered the question. I said yes.
You did not. You have a few guys come out of
Michael
Division
Strahan
II.
did.
You have a few guys come out of Division II.
D2? Yes.
No.
Now, if you're talking about Alabama,
they're going to get crushed.
If you're talking about any of the schools where you have all blue chippers,
going to get crushed.
That's the same. Wait a minute, that's the same
with NFL and
everybody
Canada.
Said about Kansas.
NFL and Canada.
Said it about everybody else.
That's COVID.
At any point,
NFL and Canada.
Anybody can win.
NFL and Canada, two different things.
Well, you already made your mind up.
You've already made up your mind.
I already know.
No, you don't.
Because I know.
Because you want to answer the question.
I just answered the question.
How many quarterbacks have made it from Canada? So Canada is a hotbed for NFL football players. This is what you're saying. Canada is the CFL. Only black quarterbacks. I'm not talking about color at this point. I'm saying to you.
But you've got to add color into it.
So it's Canadian football and lesser football in the NFL.
Great. If Dan Marino's great, again, it goes back to the Satchel Paige argument. You can't say that Dan Marino was great when he didn't play against great competition.
Hold on, stop it.
That's out the window.
So did the NFL? Are you trying to tell me that Dan Marino, because he played in the NFL, that wasn't the greatest football competition in the world?
He didn't play against Warren Moon.
He wouldn't have played against Warren Moon anyway because they played the same position. What I'm telling you is that if Dan Marino played in the CFL, he would have been a superstar up there too.
Well, here's the thing. He wasn't a superstar in the NFL. He was not a superstar in the CFL.
Stop it.
It's not even comparable.
Stop it. What do you mean it's not? You mean to tell me the NFL is not comparable to CFL? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that Dan Marino is not comparable. I'm saying what you're saying is not comparable.
That's just
because now he can't. He's greater than your man crush on Tom Brady because they played in different eras. But Tom Brady still is the greatest.
He was the greatest quarterback without a championship. That's what I've been saying.
So that means he was the tallest midget at a little.
He was the great, and I stand by exactly what I said. He was the greatest. He was the great. Of course, it does.
It means nothing.
So Charles Barkley wasn't a great NBA player.
Is Charles Barkley as great as Dan Marino?
Yeah.
Is Charles Barkley as great as Dan Marino?
I would say Charles Barkley should be in the Pantheon top 50 all time.
Okay.
Charles Barkley top 50 all time? Does he have a championship? No. No. Okay, so by your theory,
everybody's as great as Dan Marino.
By your theory, then the Giannis Antetokounmpo is trash because he doesn't have a championship. By your theory,
Giannis can't shoot. So
he's trash. Okay, now it's time to play the music. Where's the girl at? It's time. Let me start playing y'all.
Play the music.
Because now you
play the music. And guess what? Giannis ain't gonna get one this year either. They can sign 100 more people. Giannis still ain't gonna get a championship.
Hey, dude. KD and them is getting everybody up there.
The Bucks have just signed 4 different players, and they're still not gonna win anything.
Look, dude. Oh, dude, it's loaded.
So,
It's so look. Let me tell you something. When LeBron comes back, he better look. They better come back with a baseball bat.
AD, you got LeBron,
It's gonna be
and
bad.
now you got Andre Drummond.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
How you gonna make moves in the front court?
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be.
It's gonna be horrendous.
That Brooklyn team up there, if they can get back healthy, and hard to stop eating. Can
Brooklyn sign anybody else? There's the question now. Is there anybody else Brooklyn can sign?
They got 27 people on there. They got 27 people on their bench right now.
I don't even know. How do you play 4 centers?
Dude, they're gonna have 2 basketballs out there at one time. There's no way James Harden and Kyrie Irving. They gonna both come up the court just dribbling. One of them's gonna have the ball and the other one ain't gonna have it, but they're gonna be going through their dribbling motions like he got the ball, faking people out, crossing people over with no ball.
It's so bad that the Celtics right now are trying to get somebody. Dude, and they can't even get anybody.
It's horrible right now because these teams are loading up for a bear. They're like, okay, LeBron, you want to play this nonsense? You want to go get AD? Like, y'all just go run? Y'all just go run it? Ain't happening. They saw Curry go down in them and said, oh, okay, we see Golden State's up out of it. Ain't nothing happening with Golden State right now. Oh, we gonna load up. I'm bringing all my friends. Everybody coming over. Hey, how y'all?
Well,
we gonna have a big pool party.
All I can say is that Giannis is in trouble. Football is going to be great, maybe with Mac Jones, maybe not. But the one thing we do know is that it is all fizzle when it comes to the Bears quarterback position.
Terrible.
If they get Mac Jones or if they get Sam Jones, they could get Mike. They could get whoever they want.
Mike Jones. They get Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. You might have to get him and his people to come and protect whoever you have as a quarterback, because right now, my friend,
you might have to.
Mac Jones is going to be killed.
You might have to call Fat Joe and get the terror squad out there in front and to play offensive line with the Bears.
Well, you know the sad part is Fat Joe's losing weight, but Fat Joe's a little dude. Fat Joe, he looks big. He's not lineman size. You get Fat Joe out there, and Fat Joe will look like a tubby fullback.
He's not a real big fella. You know, but I'm just saying though, you're gonna have to get somebody.
You're gonna have to go to the WWE and get some players.
Yeah, how come those guys don't translate to play NFL football?
Man, you had so many of them who were football players.
It's hard to play in the league. It's hard.
It never.
All them professional leagues. I don't care what professional leagues. Canada, NFL, even the USFL. All them are hard to play. People talk, the USFL. Go out there and get hit. See what happens to you.
Let me tell you something. Brock Lesnar looks like a monster when you meet him in person.
It's scary. He's scary.
And you would think, as when he was a Minnesota Viking, he would have been great.
I mean, these guys, it is such a rarity. And like I said, we talk trash about it. Now we're laughing. We're talking about this Dan Marino thing and whatever, even though he's a great player. Anyway, but we talk about this stuff, but to play at the highest level of any sport, to be at the highest level of any athletic endeavor. I had to talk to you with a guy that comes down to help us out at the pantry where I'm at.
Okay.
And he was talking to me. He says, man, I'm not really that great of a runner. I run, but I'm not that great of a runner. And he was, I was like, hey, everybody gets out there, jog. There's nothing wrong with that. He says, yeah, well, I've completed 26 marathons, and I've run over 100 half marathons. But as a runner, I'm not really good. And I looked at him and I said, are you kidding me? You mean to tell me you've run 26 marathons and you've run so many half marathons, 13 and a half miles, that you can't get over 100 that you've completed in? I said, dude, you are phenomenal.
Most people, you don't want me to go much further.
Most people's biggest thing they want to do in their life, that mountain that they want to climb, is to go out there and run one marathon. We saw Puffy do it. We saw Oprah go do it. But you got to be little Oprah. Was little Oprah cuter than big Oprah?
You know it's all fizzle if it don't sizzle, dog.
But what I'm saying is that to be able to do physical feats like that, and to get into the NFL, to be the greatest, to be one of the people who could get into the locker room. Come on, man. These are phenomenal athletes. And like you say, like a guy like Brock Lesnar, other guys like that who can't translate into the NFL, tell you how good these guys are to play in the NFL.
Yeah, any NFL player gets kudos from me.
Yeah.
And Giannis even gets kudos from me. Great player, just needs to
no jump shot.
Focus in.
He got no. Hey man, did you see Superman where he shoots his free throws from? Dude, he is literally at the top of the key shooting his free throw. He's at least 4 feet off the free throw line trying to shoot free throws. And he missed him in basket entirely. Amazing.
No. You don't want me to go much further. Go right ahead. Ask the question.
Amazing.
You know what the question is.
Yeah.
Why are you not subscribed to the Sizzle? Why are you not subscribed to Iron Skillet Sports? If you have not, you're a bad person. And we're going to have Dwight Howard come and shoot free throws at your house.
Oh, you have to worry about that. If it was your life, and if Dwight Howard had to hit a free throw for your life, you might as well just lay down in the grave dead because he's not going to hit.
Just make sure your will is up to date, but make sure that in your will, you tell your family members before they can get any allotment of money, they have to subscribe, like, and share the Sizzle, which is here on Iron Skillet Sports, Iron Skillet Radio, Iron Skillet Television. You can find us hashtag Iron Skillet Sports, or you can find us, hey, push that hashtag, put Iron Skillet 219. There we are.
It's easy. And that's all you have. Hey, you right there. You're watching me. Look. See the red button? Push it. Push it. That's all you gotta do. How hard is that? Hard. Look, I'm gonna give you time. Here we go.
Push the button now.
Doesn't that feel better now that you push the button? That you release that energy? You know. Thank you.
You like that? You like that?
That's all you have to do. You know who it is. You know what it is. It's the Sizzle here on Iron Skillet Radio, Iron Skillet Television. We are the talk of the 219. We're the hottest talk in the 219, and we will see you on the other side.